Okay, so my name is Dr. Kelvin Owusu. I'm a Double Diamond Associate and I'm part of Team Diamond. Team Diamond is the name of our team. And if you are new to the team, welcome to the team once again. I hope you're having a good time already. If you are not yet enjoying some good income, you need to task your upline, the one who signed you into this business, to show you how to make good money. But I'm hoping that as this call progresses, you yourself will understand a few things about how you can make money for yourself, so that we can all together enjoy an amazing year 2020, in spite of the obvious challenge of this coronavirus outbreak and the lockdown and its related consequences. But if you don't know that our products are very, very relevant in this time, then I'm telling you once again that you need to be taking your products, because longevity is the most important immune booster on the market today. Glutathione has been proven to improve or to enhance the immune system. And you already know that it is the immune system that's going to fight against this virus. And so without spending too much time on this subject, take your product. You can't sell what you don't know. So take your product, make sure that you protect yourself from this coronavirus, and then we can continue to enjoy our money day in, day out from here on. Okay, so let's jump into today's presentation. We are talking about going bronze. We need to build to bronze because bronze is very, very, very vital to you and I in this business that we have chosen to be in. Now, a few terminologies for us all. The first one is authorship. If you're a member of Max International, you need to understand that authorship is a key part of what we do here at Max. We do authorship to keep our accounts active. We do authorship because it gives us product to use ourselves and also gives us product to sell. And we do authorship also because it helps us to get paid our commissions. And obviously, the next thing we are going to discuss is CV. CV stands for commission volume, commissionable volumes. And every product you purchase comes with points. These points are the CV. The CV value of a product is equivalent to the dollar value of that product. So as we go along, you understand this into a bit more details. Personal volume is CV that is purchased in your own account, in your own name. So if I purchase products for myself, it's called PV, personal volume. If my downline purchases products in their name, that product purchase is considered CV for me. But then for that downline, it is PV. I mean, this is just terminology to keep you up to date. It's not really something you need to chew. I mean, at the end of the day, aim is to make money anyway. Pay team or pay leg is your team with a smaller volume. This is important because you get paid a commission based on the activity of your pay team or pay leg. Now, your pay volume is your team volume, which is what we spoke about in the previous point, plus your PV above 100. Again, we understand this a bit more as we go along. The power leg or power team is your team with a higher volume. Okay. Now, why should you go bronze? Why do you have to bother about, planning to go bronze in the first place? Well, the first reason why you have to go bronze is that 70% of associates who achieve bronze rank remain active and engaged and are likely to progress to other significant levels. Of course, when you become bronze, you get significance, you get recognition, you get given a pin, a bronze pin, you get taken on various trips. So it's important to go bronze. You begin to see significant income. Exactly. The income level increases significantly when you achieve or maintain bronze rank. For one thing, you now begin to enjoy matching check. And today we'll go a step further and discuss matching check so that you have an idea what lies ahead of you, so that you will aspire to become a bronze associate this month. Now, you can only teach someone what you have done before. We are not in the business of theory. We are not in a theoretical business building. No, we teach people what we have done. And so if you have not achieved bronze rank, it is nearly impossible for you to proceed to teach somebody how to become a bronze associate. Very important that you actually achieve your bronze rank immediately. Okay. Now, creating bronzes is the key to guaranteeing sustainability in your business. In fact, before you can progress to becoming a silver or gold or platinum or diamond, you need to have been a bronze yourself and taught others how to become bronze associates. That is the only way that you can proceed into the other ranks ahead of you. Okay, and so what does it mean in terms of monetary value? What does it mean to become a bronze associate? Well, there are 8 different commission levels. One of the most important commissions we'll talk about today is the binary commission. And on binary commission alone, if you're a bronze associate, you stand to earn an income of up to $500 every single month. $500 every single month. Now you have to do the conversion to get your local currency. In Ghana, you multiply that figure by 4.2 to get your cedi equivalent. In Nigeria, you multiply by 310 to get your naira equivalent. The Cameroonians are still operating through Ghana, so you do the conversion through the Ghana cedi and you are good to go. But this is significant income indeed, and it's the beginning of something great, because you can see that there's more income even beyond the bronze rank. All right, now to go bronze, what does it mean? Bronze rank is the only rank that does not depend on anyone else but you. You yourself, you are responsible for achieving your bronze rank. You need to go out and find your volume that gets you to bronze. Other ranks require other people to be like, it requires more of a team to get you to bronze, but to get you to the other higher ranks. But bronze rank is solely dependent on you and you alone. So your drive is important to get you to bronze. How fast you get to bronze depends on how fast you build your business. And so the question is, when do you want to achieve bronze rank? Well, you hold the key, you hold the answer. And so you need to address that question quickly so that we can all help you achieve your target. Okay, now, what are the requirements for bronze? Now, as we go along, if you have any question or any contribution or anything that's not too clear to you, please feel free to drop me a comment or a question on the text message platform so that I can add it to whatever we are doing, so that we don't talk about things over your head, because I know there are some new partners on this call this morning. So the first thing to do before you can even hope to become a bronze associate is to make sure that you have done your authorship of at least 100 CV. It's very, very important. Now, today is the 16th of the month. Commissions have been paid. It is unacceptable to be on this call if you have not done your authorship. So please make sure that at the end of this call, you send in your order and your authorship is processed so that you can begin to enjoy some of the benefits that we'll talk about as we go along. So the first thing is authorship. Make sure you've done it. Have at least one personally enrolled associate who is active on your left team and on your right team as well. We'll discuss that also a bit later on. Okay, then your pay leg volume needs to be at least 2,000 CV. 2,000 CV is what you need. At least 2,000 CV is very, very important. Okay, now we go on. How does one generate this 2,000 CV? How do you generate 2,000 CV? Well, the first way to accumulate 2,000 CV is from accumulated 100 CV authorships. In other words, your team generates volumes every time they do their authorship. So they generate blocks of 100 CV, and when this 100 CV come together and equal 2,000 points on your pay leg, then you are a bronze associate. Simple as that. However, there's another way that you can also accumulate 2,000 CV, which is through new sign-ups. Every time somebody new joins your business, that new person is bringing in some new volumes. That volume the person is bringing in depends on what level he or she is joining the business at. If the person joins in a personal pack or the promo pack, the person brings in 100 CV. 100 CV. So every time you sign somebody on the 499 package, or the 39,000 naira package, you are bringing in 100 CV volumes into your organization. If your person joins in a professional pack, you are bringing in 328 points into your organization. If the person joins in the premier pack, you are bringing in 600 points into your organization. Now do the math. If your target is to raise 2,000 CV, all you need is at least 3 premier packs, and you have a minimum of 1,800 points already. If you sign professional packs, you need about 8 or 9 of them, and you have 2,000 points already. If you are building on personal packs, you need to get at least 20 people to have 100 CV for you to achieve that 2,000 points. And so depending on how you're building your business, you have an idea how much CV or how many people you need in your organization. This is simple mathematics, so we will not spend too much time. The third way to raise 2,000 CV is through the prime bonus level 1s. Every time somebody achieves prime bonus level 1, that person is bringing in a block of at least 500 CV. Yes, technically it's supposed to be 600, but for purposes of this demonstration, we are using 500 CV. Every time somebody achieves prime bonus level 1, he or she is bringing in a block of 500 CV. So if you have 3 people or you have 5 people who have achieved prime bonus level 1, that is 1,500 CV from the 3 people minimum. And that's what we are talking about. If you have 5 people, that's 2,500 CV minimum. And so you can tell that there are 3 broad ways of raising that 2,000 CV. But how do all these things come into play? Because it's not likely that you're going to build your points through only one of these methods. No, it's a multiplicity of factors. So you might have some teammates doing the authorship. That's good. You may bring in some, and you must actually bring in new people every single month. If possible, if you are actually building this business professionally, you should aim to sign at least one person and that's minimum, at least one person every single week. Every single week, you need to sign at least one new partner into your organization. It's not every time that you depend on your downlines. You yourself need to sign people into your own organization. So that some of your teammates are doing authorship, others you are signing new people into your organization. Other teammates are also signing new people to your organization. Some are achieving prime bonus. When you put all of these together, it's so easy to achieve 2,000 points and become a bronze associate. So we box on. Okay, so we have our Cameroonian team joining us. Hello, Karis. Good to see you on the call. I know the internet over there is a bit challenging, but hey, you made it happen. So great to have you here, Karis. Okay, so you've achieved all of that, and now we are moving on. We need to understand prime bonus level 1, because prime bonus level 1 is a very important commission that is available to you as a Max International business associate. So it's good that you have a basic understanding of this prime bonus level 1. Now, prime bonus in general is 5% of the global CV. Now, what does this mean? This means that at the end of every month, at the end of each month, when Max International has received all the volume for the month from all the associates activities, from auto-ship, from new signups, from all the people who have been active during the month, or during the month, and we put all of that together, and let's assume that you get a total of 1 million CV. 5% of that 1 million CV is dedicated to prime bonus. Now, 5% of 1 million is about 50,000. So that means that out of 1 million CV that is generated across the world, 50,000 CV is dedicated to prime bonus. This is not peculiar to prime bonus. All the commissions have their portion of the booty. Like global bonus is 1%, prime bonus is 5%. Matching check has its percentage, binary has its percentage. All of them have their percentages. Prime bonus is 5% of the total global CV. This is important. It's a very, very, very important point to understand. Okay, but we box on. The second point we have to understand is that this prime bonus is a test of your team building and collaboration skills. You understand as you go along. It's a good target for you to aim to achieve prime bonus level 1 every single month. It is very, very good, because we've already established that blocks of 500 CV that is generated from prime bonus is critical in your quest to achieve bronze rank. So it's important that we try and keep the prime bonus as a good target. Each level 1, this is what I just said, each level 1 earner brings in a block of 500. So depending on how many level 1s you have in your organization, it gives you an idea of how much you stand to benefit at the end of the day. But I need to fix something on my internet, so please give me just 5 minutes. I'll be right back. All right, so we are back. Let's continue. So I was saying that each level 1 earner brings in a block of 500 CV. That helps us to know the way forward and how we are going to build a business moving forward. Okay, so now if you can hear me, please type an X on the platform so I know you can hear me. You're still with me. Type an X on the platform, or drop the ear emoji. If you can find the ear emoji, just drop that ear emoji so I know you can hear me, you can see me, and everything is all kosher. Okay. All right, Amblesil, good to have you on the call as well. The Cameroonians are coming online. I'm still waiting for the Nigerians to also come so that we know that we have a full house. Okay, all right, so we can make progress. All right, so now keep in mind that the prime bonus payout is not a fixed amount of money. Prime bonus payout is not a fixed amount of money. This is because it's a pool of 5% of global commission. Sometimes people who qualify for the prime bonus will be a lot, sometimes they will not be a lot. And so depending on how many people qualify for the prime bonus, the amount of money can vary from one point to another point. For a long time, prime bonus level has been relatively stable. They paid out, I think, 200 Ghana cedis for level 1. It has been so for about a year and a half now. It has been that stable. But are you aware that in the past, before now, prime bonus was about 300 Ghana cedis? Then as more people qualify for the prime bonus, it dropped to 200 Ghana cedis. So the point I'm making is that the prime bonus level is not fixed. It's not a fixed income. It's not a fixed amount that you're going to get every time you qualify. So keep that at the back of your mind, and we'll make progress on that so that you don't get disappointed or you don't get frustrated if your prime bonus begins to go up and down. And it applies to level 1, level 2, and level 3. Okay, let's make progress. Now, to become a prime bonus level 1 earner, you need, first of all, you yourself need to be active. You yourself need to have done your auto-ship of 100 points, 100 CV. That's you. Once you do that auto-ship, you are sorted. Now, this 100 points doesn't necessarily have to come from your pocket alone. You can do a 50 PV initially, and then have preferred customer orders make up the difference to 100 points. This call, we are not going to spend too much time on preferred customer, but there's so much information about preferred customer. All you have to do is ask your upline, and they'll provide you with that detail so that you know how to make use of preferred customer. But eventually, you need 100 points to make up to become fully active to enjoy prime bonus. You need to have a team of people that you have personally brought into the business. You need to have at least 3 people that you have brought into the business to qualify for prime bonus level 1. But there's also a condition that you need a total of 500 points. Now, to get 500 points, the easiest way to get 500 points is to get 5 people, each of them doing 100 points on auto-ship. And once you have secured this 100 points on 5 people, that means you have a total of 500 points. You have qualified for prime bonus level 1. This is very, very important. So there are 3 basic rules to achieving prime bonus level 1. The first rule is that you need to have done your own auto-ship of 100 points. Very, very, very important. Second thing is that you need to have a minimum of 3 people that you have personally brought into the business. That's also very, very important. Then the number 3 condition is that you need to have a total of 500 points from your team of people that you have personally brought into the business. And so what this means is that you need to have at least 5 people who do 100 points, or 3 people who do 100 points, and about 4 other people who do 50 points each. It doesn't, the permutation is up to you, but the minimum to get to prime bonus is 3 people who do a full 100 points. If the 3 people don't do a full 100 points, you don't qualify for prime bonus level 1. This is very important. And when you do get to prime bonus level 1, then you qualify to earn some income at the end of the month. And that income, as I said, it varies, but it rises up to $75 every single month. So the maximum is $75 for prime bonus level 1. It can also drop to as low as $10. It depends on how things turn out. So this is very important to keep in mind. Now, the aim of prime bonus level 1, or the aim of prime bonus, is that you duplicate your success. And as you duplicate your success, you are going to enhance, or you're going to enhance your earning capacity. And so what I mean by duplicate your success is that because you have got your prime bonus level 1, obviously you will want to earn more. And the people you have brought into the business will also want to earn something. And so teach them, help them to also earn something from this business, to also earn prime bonus level 1. And once you do that, it comes back to you as profit. So when you help these 3 people to earn prime bonus level 1 by following the same rules that you followed, then you are promoted to prime bonus level 2. So you now earn up to $300 every single month. Of course, again, I need to repeat this, that it's not a fixed amount of money. You can earn $300 sometimes, or you can earn as low as $10 sometimes. It depends on how many people have actually qualified and how big the pool of 5% is indeed for that particular month. And so these are the variabilities you have to be aware of. It has to be at the back of your mind as you are building your business. Then obviously, when these guys have reached level 1 and you have reached level 2, you have brought in a new set of people who also are interested in achieving prime bonus level 1. And these people who are now at level 1 are also interested in achieving prime bonus level 2. And you are also interested in earning prime bonus level 3, because at every level, there's an increasing income attached to it. And as I said, the prime bonus rewards your team building and collaboration skills. And so as you collaborate, as you teach your team, obviously it comes with a higher paycheck. And so when these guys now achieve prime bonus level 1, these first group now become prime bonus level 2, which means they are earning up to $300 every single month. Now you are now earning up to $1,125 every single month. Again, let me put in the caveat, or the terms and conditions. You can earn $1,125, or you can earn as low as $10. It depends on how many people have qualified for that month, or how big the 5% pool is indeed. But potentially, if you build your business to prime bonus level 3, you are taking home that much money every single month. And by the time you get there, you have a team of about 75 people below or in your team who are all earning some money every single month. This is important. This is very, very, very critical. And if you understand what I've said, please go on there and type, I get it. If you don't understand it, go on there and type, repeat. Please do this quickly so that I know if I should go over or I shouldn't go over so that I can make progress. Can I see you and declare your status right now? If you understand clearly what I've said, just go and type, I get you. If you don't understand what I said, please repeat. That's what I'd like to see. Quickly, let's take a poll quickly so I know what I'm doing. I've only seen 2 responses. Let's make it snappy. Okay. More people get it than don't get it. So that's a good sign. It means I'm a good teacher. Yeah. All right. Who else is getting it or not getting it? Can I see? Great. Okay. So now for the sake of the few people who don't understand it, I'm going to go over again. What we are saying is that, so let me just go back one step. What we are saying is that the prime bonus is one of the 8 commissions that's available to you as a Max International associate. To become a prime bonus earner, you first of all need to do your authorship. Once you've done your full authorship of 100 CV, and I already explained that the 100 CV doesn't have to come from you alone. It can be a combination of you and preferred customers to get you to the 100 CV. That's great. Now, the second requirement for prime bonus is that you need to have personally enrolled, you need to have personally signed up at least 3 people into your organization. When you've got those people into your organization, again, you qualify for, you fulfill the second requirement of prime bonus. The third requirement is that you need 500 points from your team of people that you have personally brought into the business. So what that means is that it's difficult to get 500 points from 3 people because each person is doing 100 points authorship. And so it's better to have a team of 5 or more people so that when each person is doing the authorship, it adds up to your points to get you to the 500 points easily. Once you have your 500 points, you have qualified as prime bonus level 1. And obviously, when that happens, there are 2 things that likely to happen. You get to prime bonus level 1, you may be excited with the income and decide to stay at prime bonus level 1. That's okay, it's your decision. But what is most likely going to happen is that because you have brought in a team of people, you have brought in a team of guys who may want to achieve something significant. They want to earn some significant income themselves. And so the idea is that you who have earned the prime bonus level 1, you need to teach your team of people to also become prime bonus level 1 earners. And so they also need to follow the rules, the 3 steps: do authorship, get a team of 3, achieve 500 points from your team of downlines that you have personally brought on board. Once that happens, these people that you have brought on board also become prime bonus level 1. And because they have become prime bonus level 1, you are going to be promoted to prime bonus level 2. Meanwhile, when you're prime bonus level 1, you're earning $75, up to $75 every single month now, provided you fulfill the requirements every single month. And I'm saying that this figure, $75, is the ceiling for prime, is the maximum you can earn for prime bonus level 1. You cannot earn above $75 for prime bonus level 1. You can earn $75 or less because it's a pool. Imagine, let me put it this way. Imagine that, and from the scenario we used earlier, the global CV was 1 million. 5% of 1 million is 50,000. You take 50,000, and then for this month there were 100 people who qualify for prime bonus level 1. You are going to divide that 50,000 by 100 people, which then means that each person is going to get a certain amount. 50,000 divided by 100. That's the amount each person will earn as prime bonus level 1. But what if for that month, instead of 100 people, the 50,000 is still 50,000 because the global bonus was still 1 million. You got 50,000 at the end of the month. But this time, only 10 people qualified for the prime bonus. It means that 50,000 is going to be divided by 10 people. So the figure you're going to get is going to be different from the time when 100 people qualified. In the same regard, if 200 people qualify, it's the same 50,000 that we are going to divide. And so we are going to get another figure which is different from the previous 2 that we've already discussed. But the good thing is that the more people qualify for prime bonus level 1, it means that the bigger the global CV is going to be, which means that the variation is not going to be so different or so significant. And so that's the good thing about the prime bonus. All these features have been put in place to protect the comp plan and make sure that everybody gets paid for the work that they're doing. And so when you do that, Prime Bonus Level 1, you're going to earn up to a ceiling of $75. When you've built your business, when these guys have now built their business to Prime Bonus Level 1, it means you are level 2, which means that you are now earning up to $300. The same principle applies. It's a pool, so we are all dividing it based on the number of people who have qualified. And when these new guys also achieve Prime Bonus Level 1, which means they all bring in some people, it means that these guys are now at level 2, and then you are now at level 3, and you're earning $1,125 every single month now. So that's the thing about Prime Bonus. It is quite technical, but understand that it pays, and it's a commission that is good that you leverage on as you would Global Bonus or any of the other commission that's available at Max International. All right, I hope that it's a bit clearer now so that we can then move on to the next aspects of this presentation. I hope you are getting value from this call. It's really an important call to me, because I mean, this will give you a fair understanding, a basis of what exactly you need to do to make money at Max International. Okay, but now we make progress. We are going on to the most important commission that's available here at Max International. We've danced around a bit. Now it's time to enter the real business, the real deal. Now, the binary commission is the most important commission at Max International. It is the basis of rank advancement, is the basis of recognition, is the basis of a lot of perks that we get as Max associates. And so we are going to spend some time on the binary commission as well. And binary, because there are two, it's a binary tree. Every Max associate, everybody who joins Max International has two teams. So if you're a new partner right now, and then you open your binary tree, you'll notice that your name is there, and then there's a left and a right. So every person here on this call has a left team and a right team. Some of you have is blank, so you just see an empty space. Some of you too is very, very full. And bottom line is everybody has two teams, and that's why it's binary. Now, I've been in network marketing for the past 5 years, and I've had the opportunity to examine, to research into various compensation plan systems, the Uniladder, the Matrix, etc., etc. The binary tree is one of the best compensation plan systems out there. This is because the work of one person automatically feeds into another person's work. And so this binary tree system promotes teamwork. And I'm going to demonstrate this on the screen as you see it here. Now, this is you. Somebody signed you into this network marketing business opportunity. Somebody told you about Max and then showed you a few things and you were excited about it, so you decided to jump into the business. The first thing you have to understand is that before you joined Max, there was already a team in the business. There was already somebody doing Max, and that's how come you yourself was introduced into the business. So that person signed you up into this organization. So you are under that person. You are part of that person's organization. Now, because this is a binary system, the minute you were signed up, it means that everybody else who is going to join the business after you have joined the business is going to fall under you. And in this image, in this slide, this is demonstrated by the different colors. Every color person you see, which is green, was signed up by somebody else who is above you in the organization. So anybody above you in the organization, when the person signs up a new partner, because you have already joined the business, that new partner automatically falls under you. This is why we say that timing is very important, because if you join early, you have people falling under your team that you yourself have no idea who they are or where they came from, because people above you are also actively building a business and they are still signing people into the organization. And so that is the first thing, the first advantage of this binary system. Now, you also are going to sign people into the business. So every person that you see in green was signed up by you yourself into the organization. And so every time somebody new you sign into the organization, that person is also going to fall under this person who was brought in by somebody else. So automatically, this guy also joins the business and has a teammate that he or she has no idea who or where the person came from. And so that's how it is. You join the business and people join after you, and you leverage off of their efforts, and you also partner with them, because now here's the thing. This person is going to benefit from your effort, and you are also going to benefit from his effort, because when this guy also signs up a new person, this person is also part of your team, even though you don't know him or her. And so it's a leveraging business. So that is why we help each other in building our Max business. And so every person that, and when you yourself now brought this guy into the business, but this person has also gone on to sign this person and that person. automatically these guys are under him, and all of them are under this person, and all of them are under you. So we all leverage on each other's efforts. You cannot say you won't help this person because you didn't bring this person, because you know that if you help this person and this person is making money, that team is going to feed into your own team as well. So it's really a win-win to help one another in this max business. So that's the advantage of binary system. Please, if this is clear, can I have you type on the platform clear so that we can move on? Let's do this quickly. If you understand what I've just, the gist I've given you about the binary system, please go on the platform and type clear so I know, and then we can move on. Otherwise, if I have to go over again, then I do go over again. Today, we are all in lockdown. We are not in a hurry to go anywhere. So we are going to take our time and explain as much as we possibly can. Wonderful, wonderful. So far, everybody says it's clear. So it means that we are making progress. Good, good, good. Okay, so then we can go on to the next point. The next point in this discussion, still on the binary. Okay, so there are requirements for the binary tree as well. First of all, the same requirement holds for all the commissions. You need to be, you need to have done your authorship, at least 100 PV to get your, to make sure that you qualify for the binary commission as well. And then you need to have at least one person active on your left and one person active on your right to qualify for binary commission. And then when you have fulfilled all these two, at the end of the month, the company is going to calculate your binary commission based on a formula of your power leg and your pay leg. And so we are going to go back to the previous slide so that I can explain again the power. I mentioned the power leg and the pay leg in the first slide, but I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. So at the end of every month, volumes are generated from, I showed you how volume is generated from AutoShip, from new signups, from Prime Bonus NX. So volume is generated, and at the end of the month, the volume generated is added, is summed up. So all the volume generated on your left is summed up. In this example, the total was 2,500 points. Then the volume on your right leg is also added up. And in this example, it gave you 2,000 points. So based on the information you got at the beginning of the presentation, which of these two legs is your pay leg? And which of these two legs is your power leg? Please, can I have an answer on the platform? Which of these two legs is the pay leg and which of these two legs is your power leg? This is a question. You know, this is a Zoom lecture, so we have to ask some questions as well so that everybody is aware. We know that we are making progress. So please, can I have an answer? Which of these two legs is your pay leg and which of these two legs is your power leg? Can you type on the platform quickly so I know? Okay, Lucille is paying attention. She says that the right leg is the pay leg. And then which one is the power leg, please? Obviously, the right leg is the pay leg. The left leg is your power leg. So we can make progress. All right. So indeed, it's correct. The right leg is your pay leg because the right leg has the smaller volume of 2,000. The left leg is the power leg because it has the higher volume of 2,500. So at the end of the month, your binary commission is calculated as 10% of your pay leg. So you're going to get paid 10% of 2,000, which is 200 CV. Now, I mentioned earlier that once your volume is calculated, 2,200 CV then becomes equivalent to $200. So you're going to get paid the equivalent of $200 in your local currency. That is your commission. That is your binary commission. Please, I hope that is clear. The calculation of the binary commission is as simple as 10% of your pay leg. But there's something that we need to understand. You cannot have a pay leg without a power leg. In other words, by definition, before you can have a pay leg, you need to have a power leg. And the power leg guarantees future payments because once the calculation is done, the $200 is paid to you. There's going to be a canceling out of your volume. So the equivalent volume that was paid here, the 2,000 points will drop to zero. And then that volume is deducted from your power leg as well. So next month, you're going to start the new month with 500 points on your power leg and 0 points on your pay leg so that you begin the process again and rebuild your business. But keep in mind that by the time you are in the new month, you already have a team. You already have a foundation of a team. And as your team mates begin to do your authorship, whether you sign them or somebody else sign them, so long as they fall in your organization, once they begin to do the authorship, the volumes are accumulated again. So that as you add new people to the business, you realize that your next month commission is likely to be higher than your previous month commission because the business is progressing. And that's the beauty of the Max International Business System, where the business progresses to a point that you are getting paid over and over again because of activity of the team, of the people that you have put together in your organization. So when you are getting started with your max business, it is hard. Trust me, there's nothing more difficult than building a team at the initial stage, because you don't have the skill, you don't have the resolve, you don't. All you have is your passion. All you have is a hope that it's going to be great. But hope alone is not enough, because you need training, you need skill to be able to fulfill the dream, the hope that you have in joining this business. And so that is why this training, for instance, is important, to give you the skills, give you the knowledge, so that you can know that the hope that you have is possible to achieve it by doing the business in a certain way. All right, so we proceed. So this is exactly what you see here is what I've explained already. So 10% of your pay leg is paid to you as your binary commission. Then the difference is carried forward as your carry forward volume. So if you look in your compensation plan book, you keep seeing something like carry forward. Carry forward is simply the difference between your pay leg and your power leg. That is carried forward to the next month to guarantee payment of commissions in the next month as well. Okay, so again, I'm going to ask if the information that I've shared is clear. Can you type clear on the platform so I can move on? Again, as I keep saying, I'm going step by step because I want to make sure everybody's on the same page in this discussion so that we can proceed appropriately. Great, I'm seeing some people responding. Wonderful, wonderful. Keep it coming, keep it coming. If it's clear, let me know that it's clear so that we can make progress. Okay, okay, though. Okay, now we can proceed. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your responses. Let's proceed. So now the big question, how? So, but before then, there's something there's something I missed. The only commission that gives you guaranteed earnings, the only commission that gives you guaranteed earnings are three. Fast start commission. It gives you, once you sign up somebody, you are guaranteed of a payment. That payment depends on the level of the person joins. So that's the first guaranteed payment. The second commission that gives you guaranteed payment is preferred customer. Preferred customer commission gives you guaranteed payment. Once you make a preferred customer sign up, you are going to get paid your commission. The third commission that gives you guaranteed earning, you can actually write a letter to your bank and take a loan with guarantee that I'm getting this money at the end of the month, is your binary commission. The binary commission is the third guaranteed commission that you can earn at Mass International. So that if you, at the end of the month, once you see your pay leg volume, you know for sure what your commission is going to be. No doubt about it. So those are the three: preferred customer, fast start, and binary commission. All the other commissions are variable. They depend on other factors. And I hope that I've given you clarity for us to move forward appropriately. So this is just to clarify another point in there. Okay, so we move on. So how does Prime Bonus Level 1 help you produce bronze? How does Prime Bonus Level 1 help you become a bronze associate? In other words, how do you fit Prime Bonus into the bronze discussion? Because this Prime Bonus is now it's now more important in the bronze discussion than ever before. You know, and this is why. So this is you on over there. This is you that we are looking at. You are here. I mean, I know you are more beautiful than this, but for purposes of this discussion, this is you. Now, when you have signed up your people into your organization, your 5 or more people, and keep in mind that you are not supposed to sign 5 and go and sleep. And also, it doesn't mean that you have to sign 5 before you get paid commission. No, for every single person that you sign into the organization, you are going to get paid a commission, and that's the fast start. When you get 2 people into the organization, you begin to enjoy binary commission. When you get 3 or more, you begin to enjoy Prime Bonus. When you and so on and so forth. And when you get to bronze, there are other commissions that you're going to get to, which we'll talk about as we go along. Once you sign your 5 into the organization, each of them does their auto-ship. You yourself have become a Prime Bonus Level 1 earner. Let's say that you do this in your first month. That's wonderful. You've done a good job. You've done an excellent job. But you need to build on. You need to build on from there. Now, in the next month, each person, the target is that you have to bring more people into the business, and also help each person that you have already signed up to also get to Prime Bonus Level 1. And this is what happens when each person has become Prime Bonus Level 1. Each person has brought in a block of 500 CV. So automatically, you now have a total of 1,500 points on your left and 1,000 points on your right. This is good, but this is still not enough to become a bronze associate, which means you need to get more people to become Prime Bonus Level 1. And so you need to bring in more people to earn prime bonus level 1. And once you've done that, then the blocks of 500 will add up to become 2,000 points on your left and 2,000 points on your right, which then means that automatically you are now a bronze associate. So this is the simplest way to use prime bonus to become a bronze associate. This is not the only way, because I've already given you 3 ways you can become a bronze associate. The first one is through autoship. So you have a team, a large team, and when they all do autoship, automatically you are bronze. Or you sign new people into the organization, and when they all bring volume. So for instance, if you sign 4 premier packs on your left, 4 premier packs on your right, you're automatically a bronze associate, and you're going to get a lot of money in pasta commission as well as the other commissions as well. If you sign, the third way is what I've just shown you with the prime bonus. So there are 3 ways to build the 2,000 points. This is the third way. The first way is autoship. The second way is new sign-up. The third way is prime bonus. But normally what happens is that people do a combination of all the 3. And so once you do the combination of all the 3, they can still get you to achieve your bronze run. So this is simply put how you can get to bronze with prime bonus. But I have a question for you. Based on the information you have heard in the previous slides, how much carryover will this person have in the next month? Can I see the answer on the platform quickly? How much what will be the carryover figure for this person in the next month? Okay, anybody giving a response on the platform? Okay, so I'm seeing a lot of zeros appearing on the platform. Yes, and so that is the answer. The carry forward for this person in the next month is going to be 0, because the volumes are going to cancel out. The 2,000 points will cancel 2,000 points here, and there will be nothing left over to carry over. And so you start a new month with 0, 0 on both legs. But keep in mind again that because you have a team, because you have people already under you, as they begin to do their autoship, the volumes are going to build up again. Now, there's a big advantage when your team is balanced like so. Big advantage, which we'll see later. I'll show you a bit later on. So don't be afraid, don't be shy, don't be scared if your team is balanced. It's actually a good thing to have your team balanced. But unfortunately, majority of us, our team is not balanced. We have one leg which is bigger than the other leg. There's an advantage in that one as well. You see, the thing about network marketing with mass international is that every single thing has a good side to it. Everything has a positive. There's a positive thing about every single situation that you can possibly think about in this business. All right, but let's make progress. So you are a bronze associate because you have 2,000 points on both legs. So how do you go bronze? Spend more time improving yourself. We've already given you the technical aspects of going bronze, but the soft side of going bronze is that you need to develop yourself. You see, nobody was born a network marketer. We all came into the industry. We all have to learn. So knowledge acquisition is very important. And knowledge acquisition comes through trainings like this, comes through personal learning. There are network marketing resources. Each person on this call should have read GoPro by now. You should have read GoPro by now. There's a second book that you need to read. In fact, the title of the book is Your First Year in Network Marketing. You need to find that book and read it as well. There are resources available on YouTube that you need to go check out and build your own skills. Develop your skill, people management. If you are successful in network marketing, you are automatically an HR person. I mean, human resource management is a key part of network marketing. You have to develop that aspect. You need to be fashionable, be current, look good, smell good, because you are trying to attract people to you. You cannot attract people to you if you don't look good, you know. And the definition of looking good is highly dependent on the culture you find yourself in. So that we are not saying that you should dress a certain way or dress that way. No, the culture that you are in will determine what looking good is. And so find out what works in your locality, find out what makes your prospects tick, and make sure that you can appeal to all of them. Success in network marketing requires you to become all things to all men so that you can attract a few to you and sign them into your organization. That's what network marketing is all about. The next thing is to spend more time on income generating activities so that you don't get distracted with happenings around you. Yes, there's coronavirus. Yes, people are dying. Yes, people are getting infected. But the other bottom line is more people are not infected. People are making money. The CEO of Zoom has become a billionaire. In fact, he has been featured on the Forbes top billionaires list just because of coronavirus. And so there are people who, in spite of the challenges that are going on all around us, are still making a decent income. And guess what? A lot of people, majority of those who are dying are people who are poor. I mean, this is sad, but it's the reality. People are dying, yes, but majority of those dying are poor. Imagine. We know, I'm a medical doctor, so I know that up to 80% of the people who have died so far are people above the age of 60s and 70s. But guess what? Prince Charles is 70 years. He got, wait, he's 70 years. I've forgotten how old exactly he is, but I know he's old. And please, if you know how old Prince Charles is, can you type on a platform for me? I think he's 70 years, right? Please confirm for me how old is Prince Charles. But the point I'm making is that the guy got the infection. He was infected by coronavirus and he recovered within 1 week. Oh my goodness. That's like one of the fastest recoveries we've ever encountered. Why? Why is it so? Because he's rich. He's wealthy. He got the best treatment available. The man recovered from coronavirus in less than a week. Even the Prime Minister of Britain he's still not recovered as another way of speaking. The Prime Minister of Britain still has the infection. He went to ICU and came out. He's recovering, but he's not recovered. Prince Charles recovered from coronavirus in less than a week. Why? Because he's got money. Let's not get it twisted. The rich people will survive. The rich people will survive. The poor people will pray. Some will survive, most will die. And so as much as possible, we need to focus on income generating activity, because when it comes to the nitty-gritties, money makes a difference in who survives in this coronavirus. I mean, we are not going to spend too much time on this, but you get the point I'm trying to make. Spend less time on distractions. As I said, now there's no football, there's no sports. This is the time to spend your time on the internet, social media, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. This is the time to invite people from across the globe to join your live feeds, your calls. And we as a team are doing Zoom presentation 6 times a week. There's so much option. There's so much option for you to get your people into the presentation so that we can make some money together. Our products are relevant in these times. So don't miss out this opportunity. Take advantage of this lockdown and expand your tie and dye business. It is possible. Make up in numbers what you lack in skill. If you spoke to 100 people right now, I can guarantee you that you can get 10 of them to show up on the next Zoom call, which is tomorrow at 4 p.m. Ghana time. If you spoke to 100 people between today and then, you can get 10 people to join that call. And when 10 people join that call, I can again guarantee you that at least one person will sign up into this business before the week ends. So let's make that our target and make it happen. Let's make progress. You need to designate a specific time. In spite of the fact that we are all stuck at home, it's so difficult to stay focused because some of us have children, we have family, we still have obligations. Some of us are health workers and we are still working and all that. We need to dedicate a block of time to focus solely on our max business so that we can build from there. We need to set definite goals. Now, as I've read, as I've improved myself, I realized that there are 2 kinds of goals. There's a SMART goal, which is specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound. And there's a 10X goal, which is being pushed by Grant Cardone. And in fact, I'm actually being motivated to go with the 10X. We'll have a special training on the 10X, but for now, if your goals are SMART, that's perfect. Just specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, time-bound. Make it happen, guys. It's possible to go bronze this month of April in spite of the challenges. Tune out negativity, Charlie. Right now, you open news and all you're hearing is the number of death, the death toll. You're hearing the negative news happening all over the world. Tune it out. Focus on positive things. Focus on positive things because those are the things that are going to keep you motivated. If I were you, I'll print my dream house. I'll print my dream house, paste it on my wall. I mean, if I look at my current situation and I look at my dream house, it tells me that there's a lot of work to be done, and I'm going to focus on that. Let that be my vision and capitalize on this lockdown to maximize my payout. Don't measure on the minors. Yes, as I said, products in Ghana, products were nearing expiry. All those things are not important. You can't change it anyway. The products are there. You cannot make a difference. Everybody has access to the same products in Ghana. Everybody has access to the same products in Nigeria. Some people are making a killing in spite of the date. Others are not. You can decide to focus on the date and miss out the opportunity, or you can decide to understand the fact that expiry date doesn't mean the product is useless. So long as the date has not been reached, the product is still useful, and then still go ahead and make use of that product. It is not a good thing. It's not necessarily a good thing to have expiring products, but so long as the product has not expired, there's still use in that product. Thankfully, products have been shipped from Utah. If all things being equal, in spite of coronavirus, we should have products in Ghana somewhere around the 20th, 22nd of April, if all goes according to plan. But if it doesn't, we still have products that are available and still useful today. So let's not major on the minor. Let's go out and do what needs to be done. Stop blaming everybody else for your problems. Stop blaming everyone else. It is your dream. You have to put in the work and make it happen. You are your own change maker. You are your own motivator. You are your own inspirer. So make it happen, guys. It's very, very important. Now, when should you go bronze? When should you go bronze? Charlie Attire, how can you be asking this question at this point? What do you? This is the time. This is it. Today, make it your decision. Make it your plan to go bronze by 30th April 2020. Make it happen, guys. It's possible. You can do it. You need to do it because once you do that, you're going to have access to commissions that you never before thought was possible. So make it happen. It's possible. You need to do it. The best time to work towards a goal is exactly when the thought occurs. Otherwise, diminishing intent begins to set in. So don't postpone this thing. Make it happen today, right this minute. The longer it takes you to become a bronze associate, the less likely you are to actually become that bronze associate. The faster you achieve bronze, the more money you earn. So the new guys on this call, make it your decision to achieve bronze rank this month, and you'll be blown away by how much. When I became a bronze associate, I was paid 3 times my doctor salary. And that was significant indeed. So don't get it twisted. I became bronze in 2 weeks. I was a bronze. When I joined Max, within 2 weeks, I was a bronze associate because I was hungry. You don't know hunger until you see where I came from. But that's not the purpose of today's call. Let's move on. So go bronze now. It's possible. Now, after bronze, what else do you stand to benefit? There's something called marching check, which we don't talk about much. But today, I'm going to open your eyes to marching check so you understand why you need to go bronze. When you become a bronze associate, you now have access to marching check. And marching check is the biggest, I repeat, the biggest of all the commissions. You see, some of you have seen binary commission and you are blown away. My brother, you ain't seen nothing yet until you begin to earn marching check. Marching check is bigger than binary commission. Oh yes, I'm telling you for a fact. I'm telling you for a fact. And if you are on this call and you have ever enjoyed marching check, please go on a text platform and show how excited you are about marching check. Let's see how excited you are about marching check. I'm telling you, my marching check blows my mind. And I'm going to take my time and explain to you what exactly it means to get to earn marching check, or what marching check actually brings to you as an associate. So I'm going to focus on bronze and maybe I'll touch on silver briefly, but just to give you an idea what exactly marching check is. Now, in the beginning, we mentioned that you need to get people, you yourself need to sign people into the organization. And any person that you personally bring into the business. Let's say me, Dr. Kelvin, I speak to Edwin and I get Edwin to join the business. Edwin is my personally enrolled associate. Edwin is my first generation. When Edwin signs up Emmanuel, Emmanuel is Edwin's first generation and Emmanuel is my second generation. When Emmanuel signs up Eva, Eva is Emmanuel's first generation, Eva is Edwin's second generation, and Eva is my third generation. And so that's how it goes. So you are seeing first generation, second generation, third generation, all the way up to seventh generation. So immediately you get an idea that marching check is a commission that you are paid based on people in your downline. Based on people in your downline. And so the simple fact of the matter is that at the end of every month, you as a bronze associate, or you as only bronze and above enjoy marching check. So that's why you need to go bronze. You as a bronze associate, you are going to be paid a percentage of commission based on your first generation, based on every person that you have personally brought into the business. So if your first generation is paid a binary commission of, let's say, 1,000 Ghana cedis. If your first generation is paid a binary commission of 1,000 Ghana cedis, you as a bronze associate are going to be paid a commission of 20% of 1,000 Ghana cedis into your account. So that means you're going to be paid 200 Ghana cedis into your account because your first generation got paid 1,000 Ghana cedis as binary commission. Please, I hope this is clear. It is not a commission based on the entire commission that your first generation receives. The commission is only paid on the binary commission. So if your first generation earns 1,000 Ghana cedis binary commission, you as the upline bronze will get paid 20% of that amount of money into your account. Now, picture this, that you are a bronze associate and you have 10 downlines, 10 first generation, 10 people that you have personally signed up into the business. Each of these 10 people received 1,000 Ghana cedis binary commission. You as the upline who is bronze, you are going to be paid 200 Ghana cedis out of each of these people's commission. So that 200 cedis times 10 is how much? 2,000 Ghana cedis. So your matching check alone is 2,000 Ghana cedis. Meanwhile, as a bronze associate, your bronze commission is $200, which is about 800 Ghana cedis. So I hope you are now getting the picture. Your bronze commission was 800 Ghana cedis, but your matching check alone is 2,000 Ghana cedis, which means that at the end of the month, you are being paid a total of 800 Ghana cedis plus 2,000 Ghana cedis, making a total of 2,800 Ghana cedis as a bronze associate. And this is because of your matching check. This is because of your matching check. That is how amazing matching check is. Please, is this clear? If this is clear, please let me see you type clear on the platform so I know whether we can make progress or not. Does it make sense what I've said so far? Go ahead and type on the platform quickly so that I know for sure that it makes sense and it's clear. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. Now, I also mentioned that it is important to ensure that your team is as balanced as you possibly can. This is because there are 3 levels of matching check. There's a tier 1, a tier 2, and a tier 3. Tier 3 is for people who have a balanced team. So if your team is balanced, and we explained balanced in the earlier slide, then you are getting this match commission paid to you. There are other tiers which, if you go into your compensation plan document, you will see it for yourself over there. So we are not going to spend too much time today. My aim is just to introduce you to matching check, let you understand that there's something bigger out there that is mind-blowing. I mean, to put it mildly, it blows your mind away. So that's just bronze. Imagine when you become a silver associate, now you begin to enjoy matching check on your second generation as well. So say you still have your 10 your 10 first generation. Each of them still got paid 1,000 Ghana cedis at the end as binary commission. This time, your matching check on the first generation has increased to 25%. So you're getting paid 250 Ghana cedis for each of your downlines who got paid a binary commission of 1,000 Ghana cedis, which means your total now is 2,500 Ghana cedis from your first generation. But you also have about 20 second generations, and each of them are also getting paid, let's say, 500 Ghana cedis. Which now 10% of 500 Ghana cedis is 50 Ghana cedis. So you are getting 50 Ghana cedis on 20 people. So multiply 50 by 20, you're going to get an amount of money. My math's not too good. I think that's also about 1,000 Ghana cedis or so. I mean, I don't really know. So your matching check now becomes 2,500 Ghana cedis plus 1,000 Ghana cedis, which is 3,500 Ghana cedis. In addition to your silver commission is a minimum of $500. So $500 in Ghana cedis is about well, you can do the math yourself. My math is not too good, but that is the potential. And as you go up in rank, your matching check goes deeper and it also goes higher. And so this is why it's important, number one, to not be comfortable with where you are. Because the truth of the matter is that every time you decide to be comfortable, you actually fall below. Every time you decide to be comfortable, you fall below. So it's important to keep going forward, keep pushing ahead, so that every time you are going ahead, you are earning more money. Matching check is really sweet, and I encourage each and every one of us to go bronze so that we can begin to enjoy some matching check for ourselves. And automatically, the bigger your team is, the more people you personally bring into the business, the higher your matching check also becomes. So you need to really take advantage of this matching check and build your business to the logical conclusion. Stop making excuses. Stop giving up. Keep pushing. It's possible. It's very, very possible. Matching check is bigger than your prime bonus. It's bigger than your binary bonus. It's bigger than fast start. It's the biggest of all the commissions. And now the last thing I'll talk about with respect to this compensation plan is the living bonus. As you go up, as you keep pushing and you go up, and when you get to platinum, you now begin to enjoy what we call living bonus. This is money that is paid to you just because you're a platinum associate, just because you're a diamond associate, just because you're a double diamond. You get paid an additional amount of money, $250 for platinums, and all the way up to $700 for crown diamonds, just because you hit that level. So in addition to all that you have collected, imagine that you have crown diamond, you have collected your 100,000 and 160,000 Ghana cedis. You collected your matching check all the way to the 7th generation. Then on top of that, you get paid an additional $750 just because you're a crown diamond. This is real money. This is residual income. This is why you need to push forward and achieve significant results in your max business opportunity. This is the real deal, and it's possible. It's happening right here in Max International. Ghanaians are enjoying it. Nigerians are enjoying it. Cameroonians are enjoying it. And the Cameroonians are even so dear to my heart because they are enjoying or they are building their business in spite of the obvious challenge of having no max office in their local area. And so if you on this call are in a place where there is a max office and you're not capitalizing on the opportunity available to you, then you are really being, I don't know, you are really letting some opportunities pass you by. It's not good at all. You really have to wake up to the opportunity around you and make the most of that particular opportunity. And so we are wrapping up. What if you've tried and you are yet to achieve bronze rank? Well, stop, look, listen, reorganize and restart. There's nothing wrong with restarting. You need to reorganize yourself and restart. This is an opportunity. We are in lockdown. There's time to actually learn new skills, go out and apply them, use that opportunity to do just that and relaunch your max business. On the other hand, are you sure you've done the best you can possibly do? Have you spoken to everybody you can possibly speak to? Have you hit up all the go on your social media? You can do much better than you are doing now. It's kind of like the first time you do push-ups. You can only, you push, and it's about 5, you're tired, you're exhausted. But if you rested a little and you started again, you could probably go another 10, another 15. So take time, step back, reassess yourself, reorganize, and then push forward. How bad do you want to achieve this bronze rank? With all that you have seen, what can you do with this kind of money coming into your account every single month? Is it enough to help you achieve your dream? Then wake up and make it happen. It's very, very possible. You can get it if you really want to get it. It is possible for you to do that. And in spite of all the money that you're already receiving, as a team, if you do become a bronze associate this month of April, we are going to give you an extra incentive of 200 Ghana cedis for the first. And well, one person has already collected this, so now there's only 9 left. The next 9 people will also get 200 Ghana cedis in addition. If you become a silver, again, one person has already collected it, so there's 4 left. You can go ahead and achieve silver rank and you get an additional 500 Ghana cedis gift reward, or go gold and then collect like an extra 1,500 Ghana cedis as your gift reward from Team Diamond. So we are getting to the end of the presentation. I'm going to switch back to my video so that you can see my face as we wrap up. It's been an awesome time. We spent an hour and a quarter talking about the Max International Compensation Plan. I do hope that you've got some value from what you've heard today and you are ready to wake up and build your business opportunity to the level that you yourself will be proud of what you've achieved. You see, because I didn't join Max because of you. I didn't join Max because of my upline. The same way you didn't join Max because of me. You joined Max because you saw an opportunity to achieve something different, something that your job was not giving you, something that your current situation demands that you get. You see, you joined Max to change your life. You joined Max to build a future that you yourself can be proud of. You joined Max because you saw potential in what we are doing at Max International. You saw that there's something in the product that is good. The products are amazing. The products are helping people all over the world. And so you join Max to make a difference in your own society. It is important that you tap into that passion, tap into that vision, wake up, and in spite of the challenges around you, in spite of the negativity, in spite of the fact that people failed in this business, in spite of the fact that people are pulling you down, people are refusing to honor your invitation, in spite of all the challenges around you, tell yourself that I'm going to do it. I'm going to succeed in spite of all these challenges. I'm going to make it happen because it is for me. It is for me to leave a legacy for my children. It's for me to build a business that eventually will not depend on me, a business that will pay me even in my absence, a business that I can hand over to my child when I am no more there, a business that I can leverage on and build other businesses, other income generating opportunities outside of this Max opportunity. Because the thing is, when Max begins to pay you income regularly, you can even leverage on your Max income take a loan from a bank, and start your own business on the side. I have done that, and I am telling you that the knowledge and the wisdom I acquired in my Max opportunity is what I am leveraging on to build my own side business. And so as time goes on, Max becomes a cash cow for you. A cash cow is something that pays you income every single month with little or no attention from you. You can do that. I'm not there yet, but I'm hoping that I'll get to a point where Max International becomes a cash cow for me, so that I can even take money from Max, invest into my pension account, take money from Max, invest into my dream house, take money from Max, invest into my personal business, so that I'm leveraging on the Max opportunity to build multiple streams of income. That is when you can begin to see the significant lifestyle that is possible in this very world that we live in. That's when you begin to move in circles that before now was not even available to you. And it all started because you decided to partner with Max International and learn how to build a business opportunity in these times that we are in. Home business is the way to go. Max is a home business. It's a home-based business. Our business is now on autopilot. You simply send in your order. A delivery person will deliver it to you at your house, or you send a dispatch to pick it up from the Max office near you, and you can do business across the world in this way. Our Max opportunities are available in over 20 countries and counting. We are still expanding all over the world. There's still a lot of opportunity out there for you. Max is not even in Europe yet, which means that when Max eventually gets to Europe, that's a whole other level of opportunity right there. In Africa, we're only in 3 countries. The potential is huge. Social media is a big tool, the big leveraging point for each and every one of us to make some decent income from. And so, thank you very much for paying attention to this presentation. If you got value from this call, from this presentation, please go to the text platform and type value, so I know that you got some value from what it is that I share with you today. Can I see if you didn't get any value also, please go ahead and type the same thing on the platform, so I know those who benefited from this presentation and those who did not. My aim ultimately is to do these trainings and make them available on YouTube and other places, so that it's available all the time, so that you can also use these tools to develop your own tools, or to train your own teams, so that we can all build a formidable business together and make some amazing money together. Thank you very much for honoring my invitation to be on part of this call. The time for the call was highly unusual, but you still made time to be here. And it's been an exciting time of imparting knowledge to you. And I hope that you're going to use this knowledge to build a business for yourself. I'd like to acknowledge my boss, Elikem. You see my backdrop over there. I got the inspiration from him. I have all my motivation pieces over there. So when I wake up in the morning, I look at my setup, and the vim, I'm fired up to get up and do things, you know. I mean, there are things that are telling you what is possible for you yourself. And so, I mean, I got inspiration from him, and he's been a massive inspire in spite of his challenges, in spite of his difficult position that he's in. He's still building a Max business. And I'm sure there are people on this call who are also like him, who have challenges, but are still able to build, who are still striving to build a business for themselves. At the end of the day, the question you ask yourself is, will extra income help me achieve my dream? If extra income can help you achieve your dream, my brother, stop making excuses and let's build this Max business together. So thank you very much and have a wonderful day, guys. Let's go out there and make disciples of the entire world with this Max opportunity. Have a wonderful day. Peace.